Seems like every time I sit down to film, it's like cat chaos suddenly explodes around me. So if you hear some WWE wrestling behind me, it's just the cats. I can't believe April is almost over, but here we are. It's May, so let's talk about the May budget. As you guys probably are aware, I am on a low spend year, so this will be month 5 of trying to keep my personal spending under $300 a month. If you guys have been following, you know I am not including experiences in that because we are focusing on mental health this year, since the last 5 years has not been great in that department for me as far as time constraints and giving a shit enough about myself to put myself first. So this year, totally different. We're operating on a much tighter budget, but I'm still trying to make time for the things that matter to me. So just putting that out there before we get started, just because I do have kind of a bigger item I do want to purchase this month. So let's just get into the spreadsheet. So here's my Google Sheets. Y'all know I love Google Sheets. Edit it anywhere, anytime. For those spreadsheet nerds out there, self-proclaimed. May, income. We always start at the top with income. My biggest income at the moment is my W-2. Now, my goal every month is to take home $4,200, and I just kind of guessed that this would be accurate back in February when I started this new job. It turns out that is incredibly accurate, because after all of my expenses are deducted, that's pretty much exactly what I'm taking home every month with my new salary. So that is, since it's take home, of course, that means that my 401k contribution has already been taken out. I am currently doing a 6% contribution just because that is the maximum that my company will match. So you always want to get that match, that free money. And then I contribute to a health savings account. Trying to max that out this year. Is it 6,500 this year, or did it go to 6,850 or something? Whatever it is, I calculated it out, and I am contributing just under that full amount for the year. And then what else? And obviously, U.S. citizens, your health insurance, your most expensive thing ever, comes out of that as well. So $4,200 is my goal. And then my next item of income is my rental property. As I'm sure you all are aware, I have the one rental property in the Midwest, and I plan to bring home $459.24 from that in the month of May. So my tenant pays $734.6606 is what the property management team keeps. That is 9%, and then they send me the rest, out of which I pay the $208.70 mortgage. So the rest that's left over is just saved. And then YouTube is my next income. I have a goal of just meeting the $100 payout threshold. Whether that'll happen or not, we'll find out. But as you can see from these notes, I save 100% of that rental income, and anything that comes from YouTube at this point goes right into my emergency fund. Now for my expenses. Biggest one is actually rent, even though I joked that it's my health care, but that's just... Anyway, so my rent is $15.25 a month. My electricity has been bouncing around $82-ish. My internet is always $59.99. Mohila is my student loan servicer. We're still on forbearance. $0. Gym, I pay $15 a month, and Netflix is $19.99. Groceries and food, I've still got it at $500. I'm gonna see how. Well, now that April's almost over, I'm going to calculate how April shakes out. And just because I did spend less than $350 in March, now that I'm not stress eating half my income every month. So I'm hoping maybe for June I can drop that to like $400. Again, we'll see how April plays out. But it's $500 for now. And then gas and car wash, I'm still budgeting $150. I'm not commuting to work every day, but I do find myself needing to get out of the house every day in the evening after I log off for the day. As a side note, I have not been to the office. I have not gone in since I've started this job on February 20th. I have not commuted into Boston. And no one has said a damn thing about it. In fact, my manager kind of made a comment the other day, like, It's kind of an unwritten rule. If you live more than an hour away, you're not really expected to go in. So with the commute, like distance-wise, on a perfect traffic distance, it's 40 minutes, maybe 45. But commuting in the rush hours, hell no would it be an hour. It would be, I don't know. I haven't tried it. I've just heard a lot of nightmare stories. So I'm considering myself more than an hour away until told otherwise. So anyway, I find myself driving in the evenings to get out of the house, and I have to go for a walk every day. I have to. So I'm still driving every day. So I'm not changing my gas budget was the whole point of that. Pet supplies, I budget $25. Massage, $168. I actually haven't been in April, and I have not even remembered to schedule a massage now that I'm saying this. May, I'll get better. Invest, I always try to invest $100 a month. Donate $50. Savings, I have a goal of $1,000. I thought this was kind of ambitious back in February when in my panic, before I actually left my last job, I was obviously very hesitant about taking about a 50% pay cut, and I didn't know what my savings target would be. I just put $1,000, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to save that. But we haven't reviewed April yet, but that should be next week. And happily, March doesn't count because that was a 3 paycheck month plus like additional paycheck from last job. But April, I was able to save more than that. So I'm leaving it for now, and I am hoping for the best because I'm doing surprisingly well, which makes me happy. And then spending, as I mentioned earlier, $300 a month personal spending, trying to stay under that. Excuse the ad in the background. Other, here is the thing I want to spend a lot of money on. And it's not a lot, it's whatever, but $350 for a music festival. I think it's going to be amazing, and I'm so more than happy to spend that. Yes, it does make my income pretty tight, as I don't plan to ever spend any rental or YouTube income, so we'll see. I think I can cut costs in other areas. And like I was just saying, I was able to save more than the $1,000, so I think I will have just fine. I don't know. We'll find out how it goes. Oh yeah, and plus my tax return will be coming back to me any day now. And just as a side note on the taxes, I actually spent more to get the tax prep done than I am getting back. In fact, I'm getting like less than half back than I spent to get my taxes done for the second year in a row, which is incredibly annoying. It's not annoying, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I know having the rental property helps me out as far as taxes goes. Owning real estate is a good tax advantage thing to do, but 2022, I was still in that really shitty tax bracket. Like, I'm in that high tax bracket, but at the low end of it. So it's just like, I was just taxed to death over the last 5 years from having that salary. So I'm so excited to see what 2023 taxes bring about a year from now, because I just have a feeling it's going to be so much better. Like, that was a really shitty part of having a 6-figure salary, was that tax time, you're not getting those returns like you once did, you know? Oof. But anyway, now we're back and things should be better going forward. All right, next category is my debt. As you guys know, student loans, obviously $160,000 to go. I do have a 2023 goal of saving $14,000, but as I mention every month, I just don't care. I'm not saving for my student loans anymore. I have mentioned in previous videos that becoming debt-free is not important to me. Not as important to me as becoming financially independent. So I do currently have about $29,000 saved up that I was planning to drop on my student loans. I don't know if I'm going to drop it all on them when the forbearance ends. We'll see. I've discussed that in other videos, so I'm not going to go into it here, but just as a brief note. And then, so again, I probably won't add to them, but the savings are growing about, it should be about $90 in May that this savings will earn in my high interest account. So that's cool. We'll see what that ends up being. But for right now, debt is just there. Now my sinking funds, oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. I did not update these. These are May's values. I apologize, but my emergency fund has $6,700 sitting in it as of today, which is amazing. My car, vet, and medical fund is still at $2,000, and that their annual expenses fund is sitting at $1,373, just because I did spend that $657 on car insurance last week, which I updated you guys about on Tuesday. It has again since been updated since I did just get paid yesterday, but I will save that update for Transfer Tuesday. So this annual expenses does look a little bit different now as of filming, but again, Tuesday I'll update you guys on that. So, of course, all I'm hoping for the month is just to continue to add towards that emergency fund and get this annual expenses fund back to where it needs to be, $2,000. Other than that, I'm not going to add to my travel fund, I don't think, and I probably won't contribute to my Roth, which is also a controversial thing about me. Some people just, but it's just not my jam at this time. But that is May in review. I'm pretty excited. I am super excited about the music festival. I'm very much looking forward to that, since mental health is wealth, right? Just like your actual physical health. I'm happy about it. I'm excited. Again, I think I can bring some of these cost categories down, like my groceries and food. Yay! So we'll see how it goes. How is May looking for you guys? Let me know down in the comments. I always love to hear about your guys' goals and how you're doing towards them. As always, I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.